Hey everybody, today we're going to be doing an unboxing and evaluation of the Dyson 11 Torque Drive vacuum cleaner. This is their latest model. I picked it up today. We're excited to open this one up, so we're just going to get started. If you're watching this video because your Torque Drive brush stopped spinning and you can't pull this out, or you're having trouble pulling this out, or this is hard to spin, or you can't push this all the way back in, then you could click up here and it'll take you directly to that section. Do me a favor, hit that like button down here below. Helps me out a lot when you do. Also the subscribe button and the bell. The first thing I want to talk about before we open up the box is look on the outside of the box, because we see some very interesting things here. We can see that the box for the V11 no longer has the claims and comparisons that it made against subsequent models like it did for the V10, showing how it had twice the runtime with 25% more performance. Dyson did away with all this. I made a video about that. You could click a link up here for it. Instead, it looks like Dyson found a way to improve upon their existing technology by allowing for this model to automatically provide more performance where needed and dial back to an economical mode where it doesn't, also providing for how many minutes of runtime are left on this battery charge. So they took a problem and turned it into a feature. We're going to see how well this works. So all the paperwork came with the unit. This is the motorized one. This added on quite a bit to the price, this particular one. This is their newest of the new electric brush. Yeah, that's substantial. Wow. Not readily understood what this is yet. We'll put that to the side. This is our charging adapter as part of the charger. And finally, here it is, the unit itself. So we're going to take a quick break and we're just going to plug it in to charge it while we put up the permanent mount. The mounting for the holders is similar to previous models. I already have a video that shows this done. If you want to see that, click the link above. Perfect. Wasn't difficult to do. It's very similar to previous models. Like I stated, we had it done in about 5 minutes. So we're going to just drop the unit on here, make sure everything's sitting okay, and we'll proceed. We'll now be adding the rest of the pieces onto the vacuum cleaner now that it's mounted onto the wall. So I discovered the purpose for this. It's like a caddy when you go into the house and you have a couple of accessories, and it's limited to accessories that don't extend over in this direction. And the reason is that this piece can then mount onto the side like that, and you could take it with you. So you don't have to keep going back to where you're storing your attachments. You could at least carry a couple of attachments with you. Not all of the attachments fit on this caddy, but that's the purpose of it. Before we get underway, one observation my wife immediately notices is that in order to empty the bin, you have to remove everything in front of the device in order to do so. I've removed all the accessories up front for this demonstration, and I'm going to open this up as if I'm emptying garbage out of here, right? So when I open it up, and everything opened, and you could clean everything up here, something that you see in the V7 and V8, this is accessible, right? And everything goes into the garbage. And you can see the connections way back here, and this popped open. Clearly, there's no way you could have any accessories on here whenever you want to empty garbage. If you look at an older model, here's a V6, much older, right? But it has the basket. You don't need to disconnect anything. That said, you do get the access to here to be able to clean thoroughly, as well as remove all of the debris if anything gets stuck in here, which is something that you couldn't get on the V6, but now you do get on the V7 and the V8. While we're here, we're going to take a look at the filter. I'm just going to remove this now. It's interesting, this is only one filter. When I looked at the 7 in the back, it had a separate HEPA filter, and then it had the older style filter like this in the unit. I took this out of my V6. So it had a combination of a HEPA and regular filter. In the 11, this is a single washable filter cartridge, and that is all there is. And after you go through the filter cleaning, it just goes right in and locks right on. Do a quick look at the battery like I always do. 25.2 volts, 3600 milliamp hours, 91 watt hours. It's a 7-cell battery, lithium ion. So now we're going to hold the select button for 5 to 10 seconds so we can select our language. For this video, we're going to select English, right? So just select English for now. Very good. On this here, we have a plus and minus setting. You can see it raises and lowers these plastic pieces, allowing more or less vacuum on these ports right here. And I guess that would allow debris to be sucked in up front here or more vacuum under here. It's not really explained in the manual where I found the practicality for that. So I imagine we would want it for carpet all under, as opposed to, I guess, if you're using this on a non-carpeted floor, we'd want stuff sucked in from the front. Yeah, not very descriptive. My wife is just going to give it a run using this new high torque brush. Our understanding is that when you first run it, it runs in auto. You could then switch to economy or boost. We're just going to run it in auto and see if any of that auto sensing capability works. So, Steffi, just give it a go. And
it doesn't roll.
What? Looks like a piece of our high torque brush arrived pre-broken. You can see these pieces right here. I don't know how that happened. I think it's brand new, but it looks like it's broken into several pieces. So now I have to take this back. Lovely. I got to tell you, so far, I am not overly impressed with this. Since the store I just purchased this from can't replace this piece, we're going to have to pack up this whole unit, bring it back, and get a whole new vacuum cleaner. We've come back from Lowe's, got another box, another one, stuck, little pieces, and sure enough, this one is broken too. This was at another store, right? So the motor spins fine, but this piece is cracked. What are the chances of getting 2 of these and both of them are broken? I don't understand this. I think the big question is at this point, after buying 2 of these, if I were to get lucky and get a third one that isn't broken, how long is it going to be before this thing breaks? Because clearly, this right here is a weak link. This is a problem. I'm going to tell you, the folks here were really nice on the phone. They acknowledge this problem. They know about this problem, and they're happy to send out a replacement unit free of charge, 2-day delivery with an upgraded part. So I'm going to show you, if you are interested, how to get this running again. But if it's under warranty, call up, give them your serial number for your unit, and just get a replacement that is not going to break, because like I said, it's available to you. Since they're going to send you a replacement, if you want to have a second one, that'll work. And it may be difficult if you haven't pulled the brush out to slide it out. You know, you're going to have to grab onto it. Sometimes it gets stuck. But if you're able to pull it out, you get that brush out of the way. There's nothing wrong with this unit. Just go off to the side. The affected piece is right here. It's this ring. It's broken in several places and it's useless. The end of this shaft sits right here on this plastic silicone-like ring. It's the piece that you tighten down with the quarter or whatever that secures the depth. So you just pulled out a piece. It becomes difficult as you have more than half of it removed because it falls to the bottom. You have to turn it over and give it a shake, get it to slide down, and then you could work with what's remaining. There we go. I can see one piece remains under there. So funny thing about this piece, it's recyclable. Makes you wonder if it's garbage. Now, I imagine it's not. They wouldn't put garbage in this unit, but I do see the humor in that. With that piece removed, we'll have a quick inspection of the unit again. Make sure any little bits are gone. Everything seems fine. Put the roller right back in. We're going to observe where the flat is right here. Then we'll take a quarter, lock it back. Spins perfectly, no problems whatsoever. Let's put it on the vacuum cleaner, give it a try. Here we go. So that fix works just fine, and I'll be getting a new head because this one is technically defective. So if that's your situation, that's what you should do. Get a replacement, but you have an option also to fix the one that you have. The boss lady will now be retesting the vacuum cleaner now that I've made the fix. I will point out that this is the repaired head. The new head has not arrived yet, so Steffi, take it away. Automatically sped up. Right now we're seeing, bring it up to the camera, we're seeing about 44 minutes of run time. And now we'll move to the carpet. And we're seeing, we'll drop down to about 17 and a half minutes. So we vacuumed up that little section. We'll take a look at the basket. Wow. Everything collected on one side of the vacuum cleaner though, because this side is empty. So it looks like a lot more than it is. But yeah, it really pulled a lot out of the carpet. So now we're gonna be emptying the unit. My wife will now have to disconnect the attachment. The only time I'll document this on film is the emptying of the unit the first time. And there we go. From that perspective, yeah, really convenient that you just push the button, it all drops in the garbage, you tap it a couple times, you close it, and you also have access to the metal mesh screen up top to do the cleaning. So close it back up. Ready to go again. The new piece has arrived from Dyson, so we're going to just open it up right quick and take a look. First quick observation, it spins just fine, as I would hope. We're going to pull the brush out. And we can see that there is a ring in here, just like the original one that we tore out, except this ring is not broken. And they did tell me that the part does belong in there, as I suspected, except they've upgraded the part so it doesn't crack. A quick look shows, I don't know, I can't really tell if the new one is wider than the old one, if they used a different piece of plastic, if it's the same part. I couldn't tell you, but this one's not broken. So as long as it's not broken, I really can't speak to it. So I'm just going to say that the replacement one they sent is good. If it breaks, I'll make another video and discuss that, but for right now, we're okay. We're going to be moving to the car to try some of the other attachments of this vacuum cleaner. This is just the slim extension. She's just going to vacuum up some of that in the corner there. It only auto adjusts with the torque brush. So she's going to vacuum it up. It'll sit on auto, probably the medium position. Go ahead. It's the corners, the hard to reach areas. Let me see the indicator. Let's try out some other brushes. This is like the smaller scoop with a little piece of felt on the bottom. Go ahead. Now sets a longer brush. None of these really pull the embedded dirt out though from the carpet. None of these really get that dug in dirt, right?
Yet.
We're moving on to different attachments. This is a clunkier brush, but we're trying them all out. We're seeing what works best. So
Actually, this is not going to work because it's too short.
okay, yeah. As it turns out, we really can't use this one without an extension.
The whole unit's in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Hesitant to just try the motorized brush first on the interior of the brand new car. What I would like to do is we're just going to give it a go first on the mat and see what it does, what the performance is. You mess up a mat, you could go out and buy a new mat. You mess up the interior of the car, it's a little harder to replace the carpet. Oh, that does a real fine job. It seems to be safe. It doesn't harm the carpet in any way. I really wanted to try this first and make sure it was okay. So we're going to try it in the car now. Easier to vacuum this mat for the demonstration if you leave it in the car so it doesn't move all around. Go ahead. And we'll just come in close. Yeah, you know, a couple bits of sand, whatever. Only went in one direction, but does the job. That one seems to work really good on the carpets in the car to pull out all that sand and debris. Great as it is on the carpets, there's not a whole lot of room to work with this head when you're trying to get down in the footwell because it's just too big. If there was like a small extension that could go on here, see, and was flexible and it went on an angle, that would probably assist in doing that. But as it sits, yeah, really can't get the corners with this. Very quiet though. I could actually talk and do this movie as I demonstrate that, but you can hit the seat and then you hit the front and it's already going up like that. So I'm going to go back to the long extension. So using the different heads as needed, I was able to vacuum everything out of here. May have missed a particle or two here and there. I mean, I did a quick vacuuming job, but no area that couldn't be reached with it. It was tremendous, absolutely tremendous. Worked great. It's very quiet too. It's not a loud vacuum cleaner by any means. So the whole car looks showroom new on the inside. It's not that old, but it looks not a speck of dust on the front. The whole back is done. Seats are done. Whole floor is clean. Still got 22 minutes to spare, 23 minutes to spare in the vacuum cleaner. We're going to try it in the back. I'm going to give it a go with the electric brush, and I'm going to try it in an inconspicuous location. If it causes a problem, we're going to move to the non-electric. Seems to be okay. It's a very fluffy material, so my concern is that it doesn't pull those hairs out, make it nappy, and wear it out prematurely. It's very gentle on it. With the non-electric brush, it's very hard to get stuff out of here because it grabs it like Velcro, all the dirt particles. I realize now that this head does move. It does swivel like that. So it would have been a little bit easier working on the front seats. I didn't know that at the time, but you can vacuum like this. Very nice. Yeah, that makes a big difference. I did not know that. I'm learning something every day. Clean up the whole trunk, even with that hard to clean carpet. Worked very nice between this head and this head to get the corners where it's hard to reach. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Dyson V11 Torque Drive unboxing, operation, all of the different attachments, as well as the Torque Drive head repair. I hope you found this useful, exciting, informative. Hit that like button down below. Helps me out a lot when you do. Hit that subscribe button and bell for more videos. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Would you like to reply?